Okay, so here's Sherry Cox's manifold I've dug up in the box. So there was another fitting that comes out here and then another T to supply water to this valve. This is your main supply coming down at L's, goes into the T and then back that way. And it also goes in here to each of these other three valves that are kind of covered up at the moment. But this fitting was cracked, this T, and I think it's because you can see how this line isn't straight. I think it caused stress because it's coming in at kind of an angle on this fitting right here and cracked it. So I'm going to cut. This is another supply line going over to a one little head over here. I'm going to cut this pipe and add a flexible joint right here so that this can then come straight in to the manifold. And then I'm going to cut this pipe and put a flexible joint in there so that it doesn't have any chance of causing any extra stress on this line this way. So, and there'll be a slip fix coming in on the main line with an L and T and reconnecting. I use what's called a ram bit to clean this fitting out. We should be able to glue back into that. So that's kind of where we are. Okay, and now our our repair is completed. So this, I used a ram bit to drill this fitting out so I could put another little piece of inch, put a new 1/2 inch T on. So this is all new over here. Here's a slip fix, a telescopic slip fix fitting. And the coupler's kind of in the shade there. So you can see this little section of flexible PVC. Now it cannot be used on the 24/7 line that's getting water all the time, but it can be used on a zone where when this valve turns on, water's on here for a few minutes. So it can be used for that. You can see the correction in the offset by using flexible PVC. I was able to take the stress off of these fittings down here because it wanted to pull it over. By having the flexible S curve in, it's taken that stress off of it. So this is another little piece of flexible, that black part. I misestimated the length, so I cut it too short. I had to add another little section in, thus you have 3 couplers and 2 little sections of flexible PVC. And that line just is a 1/2 inch line that runs over to one head. So I just did not want that to cause any stress on this section here, so it's better to go with some flexible there as well. So I'm just going to let it cure up. I've already turned it on temporarily just to see how it was. I did not see any leaks. Going to let it continue to cure up, and then we'll turn it on and use it full blast and check it all out.